So I've got the door back here. I know my base is pretty level. These trestles are, you know, fixed height. I've sighted them through the parallel, so they're level, or parallel should I say, in twist. We've got that bit of twist in them. So I'm going to put a packer under one edge, put some weights on it, and leave it overnight. It's still a bit damp, so I'm going to put a packer on it, put some weights on it, let it dry out, see if I can get some of that twist out. I don't know if you can see, but this door bows a bit like that, so I'll just move this down a little bit, see if I can sort of bend that straight a bit. So I got some weights on it, and just hopefully I'm bending it the right way. But I'll leave that overnight, see how it goes. I'm going to be putting 4mm toughened glass in there, so I just cut a piece out just to see how thick this is. That measures 7.7. So about 8mm, which should give me enough for 4mm glass and then a bit of silicone around it. I think that'll be alright. I don't want it tight. So I'll take these beads off, cut this out, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I've numbered all these, but I need to get these pins out, and I'm going to pull them out the wrong way. They'll splinter out this way, but the face shouldn't splinter out. You do the same with architrave and skirting that you might want to reuse. So you get a bit of break out there, but the face is still good. As I expected, these panels are built in, they're in a groove. So what I've got here is 30mm collet and a little cutter, I think it's about 10mm. I'm going to run it around here, and it should cut about halfway across this piece. That should hopefully leave me enough meat. I'll do a little test cut first, but hopefully that'll leave me enough meat to pin these beads back on, but then enough coverage to hold the glass safely inside. And these doors are piss wet through. I think they're freshly dipped. I think it was dipped quite recently. Just need to go a fraction deeper. So I need to just go a fraction deeper. And I'll set my stop to that, and then I know how deep to go on that one. So if I set my stop to a couple of mil off, then when I push it down it'll be about as deep as I need it. So most of that came out okay. Went a little bit deep on here and there. A bit of a wobble where I hit that. But I'll glue a piece back in there. Be right. I'll do the same for that one. Because this wood's wet, I put a bit of wax on the base of here, but because this wood's wet, it's sticking as it's going along. It's alright, I've done that now. Just need to square these corners up just a little bit. I use chisel for that. You see the 1-inch chisels? This one's probably, I don't know, 20-year-old. That's the one that I had before. Destroyed the handle, and I just use it as an everyday sort of prying tool, chisel-y type thing. That one will become one of those probably. Right, this is that PU glue. This is the 5-minute stuff. You see there's no skin on there. In there. That's because when you finish with it, turn it upside down, turn the pot upside down, and you get some glue in there, and you see you get this little bit. Get a nail. Push that out. If I can get it out. And you get that. That seals that. Stops you getting the skin inside. This one smells like Evo stick. This one smells like contact adhesive. Right, I've cleaned most of this up, scraped it, sanded it. Like I say, put your lid back on, turn it upside down, get some glue around there, and that'll dry. You won't have a skin on it next time you open it. Right, so I'll patch that up. Going to give them a sand, not too much. I don't want to change the character of this or make it look like it's been sanded anywhere. This wood that came out, the panels, I'm going to use some of that to patch up these. Bit of glue on it. 4mm toughened glass is ordered. That's going to cost about 25 quid, I think it was, she said it was. And I'll get this up to the house. Glass isn't going to be ready till next Tuesday though. looking nail. There's a nail there. Got some glass in it now. And there's this clear silicone. It's glazing silicone, but it doesn't really matter. Any silicone will do. And I'm going to do it both sides to help hold the beads in place. putting your finger down the hammer helps you control it. When you're punching, if you hold it like that, rather than trying to hold it like that, you've got greater control over it. And when you do miss, it don't bounce out your hands. That's it for now. You don't need to silicone both sides, but I want to use it as a bit of glue, stabilise these beads a bit. Any excess I'll cut with a knife when it's dry. Handle, there's a grub screw missing, so I'm going to have to improvise on that. I've got some grub screws at home, I think, metric ones though. That's it. Door's still quite wet, needs a bit of a sand, but that's pretty much it now. That's the only bolt I can find. It's 5mm, but it works now. So that's it. Like I say, I'll clean silicone off later. If you try wiping it off now, it'll be all over the place.